This is again about communication. Just the importance of telling your story passionately, clearly, and repetitively. Repetitively. Yeah. And I learned this from one of my colleagues at McKinsey, Naushar Kaka. He's very successful senior partner in McKinsey. He's one of the senior most partners now globally. And I just would be amazed that he had like a few stories, and every time, like 50 times, he would just go and just tell that story with so much passion and conviction as if he was saying it for the first time. And I would look at him and I would marvel, man. But that's a key skill. That's a key skill. And as an entrepreneur, see, it's a lot of it is about influence. You're always trying to influence somebody to buy into your idea, somebody to provide you funding for the idea, to convince colleagues, potential colleagues to join you as a team for the idea, to customers to buy into that thing because that thing doesn't really exist. And you're trying to what do you sell then? You are selling a concept and you're selling yourself. That's all you're selling because that thing doesn't exist, right? Even in Inseedo, that's the case for us, especially 2 or 3 years back, that was really the case. When initially we went and we sold something to Verizon or to many of our clients, we didn't have it. We were still, it was a concept, but how do you sell a concept to the client? It is, but that's being entrepreneurial. Often we are kind of, unless I have the platform fully developed, unless I have these 10 things, okay, then I will go and sell. Okay. Look, you will be waiting because by the time that thing will be done, the market would have and the client would have moved way ahead. Way ahead. Okay. The whole art is, when you sell something which doesn't exist. Yeah. Which is still, that's when you really need to convince. Yeah. And to be an entrepreneur, and to me, a successful business has to be an entrepreneur. Has to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, to me, it is synonymous. These are synonyms. You have to be able to get your story across. You have to get the other person to buy into your story, whoever that is. Whether that's your boss, whether that's a peer, whether that's a stranger on the road, whether it's a client, you have to be able to communicate. And sometimes there is this kind of inverse correlation between IQ and EQ that you think, oh, I am like this thinker, and then this whole thing about selling or communicating is way below my level. Yeah, oh, it's the sales guy who's going to do it. No. Everybody needs to sell. Everybody. Yeah, everybody. Without that, there is no option. Because it is in that process of communication, you also learn. It's an active loop. It's a dynamic loop.